The wares and tears of the rich, the quiet city of Granville, there lived a man named Chief Adabanjo, a wealthy merchant whose riches stretched across lands and seas. His mansion stood tall on the hill, a symbol of success, luxury, and influence. But behind those golden gates and marble floors lay a heart heavy with worry, for even wealth could not buy him peace. Chief Adabanjo had 4 children, Tunde, Kemi, Kunle, and Femi. Tunde, the eldest, was disciplined and wise beyond his years. He managed the family businesses with honesty and dedication, treating the workers with fairness and respect. His sister Kemi was kind and charitable. She spent her time running the family foundation, helping widows and orphans across the city. But Kunle, the 3rd child, was a thorn in his father's flesh. Handsome, carefree, and spoiled, he squandered money on parties, women, and gambling. To him, life was one long carnival, and his father's wealth was his ticket to endless pleasure. Then there was Femi, the youngest, quiet but cunning. Unlike Kunle, he didn't waste money openly. Instead, he hoarded it. He was insatiable, never content, never grateful. He stole from his father's safes, manipulated accounts, and even cheated his siblings when it came to inheritance discussions. Greed burned in his eyes like fire that would never die out. Chief Adabanjo often sat alone in his study, staring at the family portrait that hung on the wall. To the world, he had everything: wealth, power, and name. But within him was a storm. He would sigh deeply and say, "What use is gold, if it cannot buy peace in one's home?" Many nights he could not sleep. His thoughts were filled with worry. Kunle's recklessness had already dragged the family's name into scandals, and Femi's greed was beginning to tear apart the businesses Tunde had worked so hard to build. Kemi, ever the peacemaker, tried to mend the cracks between her brothers, but the more she tried, the wider the rift grew. Kunle mocked Tunde for being too holy, and Femi accused everyone of trying to cheat him out of his share. One evening, Chief Adabanjo called his children together. His hair had turned gray, and his voice carried both strength and sorrow. He said, "My children, I have built empires, but I fear I have failed to build harmony among you. Wealth can fade, but good character endures. 2 of you bring me pride, but 2 bring me pain. Remember this: riches can build houses, but only good hearts can make them homes." The room fell silent. Tunde and Kemi lowered their heads respectfully, while Kunle rolled his eyes and Femi only smirked. Years later, when Chief Adabanjo passed away, the will was read. The vast estate was divided, but as time went on, the difference between the 4 became clear. Tunde and Kemi grew stronger and wiser, expanding the family's name through honesty and compassion. Kunle, however, lost his share to debts and reckless living. Femi, consumed by greed, ended up destroying himself, betraying everyone around him until no one trusted him again. And in the end, the city of Granville whispered the lesson that Chief Adabanjo had long known: the true wears and tears of the rich are not on their clothes, but on their hearts, torn by children who forget that character is worth more than gold.